Just give our participants a quick introduction about Dr. Sonia. She has also previously conducted sessions for us, so she isn't new to us. So, a brief intro for Dr. Sonia will be that she is a gold medalist dermatologist and trichologist with more than 10 years of experience. She is a former senior resident at AIMS, Delhi, and an MD dermatology from BHU. And she is one of India's leading voices in holistic skin and hair care. Now, having treated more than thousands of patients and performed over more than 500 plus hair transplants, Dr. Sonia brings unmatched clinical skill with a deeply compassionate, nutrition first approach towards treatment. Her work combines medical expertise with a deep understanding of emotional and hormonal factors behind hair fall. She is also an active member of India's top dermatological association and trusted advisor for those looking for real results and not just quick fixes. So, Dr. Sonia, it's over to you now. I think
Thank,
we all have been waiting for this session.
yeah, thank you for so wonderful introduction. So today I'll be discussing how we can decode hair fall with the nutrition, hormonal, and health related issues. Next slide. Today I'll be discussing science of hair with nutrition and what may be the hidden causes and simplified approach to treat the hair fall. Next. And at the last, we'll be discussing question answers. Usually we lose 50 to 100 strands of the hair per day. So this is a normal hair fall we consider in females. In usually males, I take it less than 50 because they have small hairs. So if hairs are falling, they may not be noticing it. So I take a low threshold for males. But the stress, any acute illness or any deficiency may increase the hair shedding. So if you are losing chronically hair fall, we call if it is happening more than 6 months. So it may be the part of chronic telogen effluvium, your hormonal like androgenic alopecia, which is also a genetic predisposition towards baldness. And third, it may be alopecia areata. And usually we see hair fall per year. We call it seasonal hair fall, which is seen during monsoon and winters. And if water quality has changed because of swimming and high TDS, and because of frequent styling, that may also increase your hair fall. And any infection like pimples or dandruff, traveling, like acute illness, and the change in the diet may also cause the acute hair fall, which we call acute telogen effluvium. Next. Mostly we miss anemia, which is iron or B12 deficiency because of iron and B12 deficiency. So it is mainly in 20%, 21% of male and 41% of female. And usually Indian skin doesn't make a good vitamin D because of high melanin content. So 70% of population may be deficient with the vitamin D. And in vitamin, usually vegetarians who does not take even milk are more prone to develop vitamin B12 deficiency. And hormonal loss may be because of PCOS in females. Next. Camera. Just give me 1 minute. I think camera is not working. I don't know how to make it on. बाद में देख लूंगी, बोला है मेरी समझ में, ठीक है. Next is the what are the nutrients which are responsible for deficiencies, responsible for the hair fall. So iron, which is the most common cause, which is responsible for carrying oxygen to hair follicles, and vitamin D, which improves the which is responsible for the taking hairs from shading phase to growing phase, that is from telogen to anagen phase. Vitamin B12 and zinc are responsible for making the cells for the growing hairs, like increases the cell turnover and making the protein like keratin, and protein, which is the building blocks for the keratin, which is the hair protein. So it is required for the growing hairs. Next. So, how the hormonal and the lifestyle factors is important for hair fall. Poor sleep will increase cortisol level, which further increase the shedding. Stress, which again increase the cortisol level, will enter the hair from anagen growing phase to telogen phase. PCOS, that is ovary cyst, and hypo or hyperthyroidism, which is responsible for increasing the shading. And in PCOS it is mainly the androgen, which is a male hormone in female body, which is responsible for female type baldness. Crash dieting again decreases the protein, energy, and the iron in body, which will lead to decrease in the cell turnover and hair shedding occurs. Sleep, again I have told that it increases stress hormone, that is cortisol. Next. So what your hairs are telling means the pattern of thinning and the baldness may tell you the cause. Like if you're having the diffuse thinning, means on the baldness area or on the donor area, so that is responsible for that is mainly seen in the chronic telogen effluvium patient with the hormone nutritional deficiencies and acute illness. And frontal thinning, if frontal thinning is there or fronting baldness is happening, then it is mainly androgenic alopecia, that is genetic. And if it is in the patchy form, like if patches of like coin shaped patches are there, then it is alopecia areata, which is an autoimmune disorder. If your hairs are brittle, then it is mainly nutritional or styling related also. So you can check for your proteins and your microminerals and vitamins to look for the strength of your hair. And graying is also seen with the oxidative stress or any vitamin deficiencies. Next. So why the lab tests are important? Because 60% deficiencies are not is not responsible for causing any symptoms. Like if you develop weakness, then you may get to know that you're deficient with this blah blah hormone. So we see that mainly deficiencies are unmasked. So we can check the test even you don't have any symptoms, and we see the deficiencies of particular hormone or vitamins, and then we can treat them. So it improves the hair growth and decreases the hair fall fast. So these are the tests like CBC with the ferritin and the iron saturation, and thyroid test, vitamin B12, vitamin D3, and we also look for the metabolic causes like diabetes and cholesterol, to look for your lifestyle, how you are taking care of yourself. So that also matters. Next. So from our previous records, 72% of patient has the iron and vitamin D deficiency, which has been normalized in 4 months and improves the hair growth and hair fall by 1.8 x. So what we do during the initial consultation, so first we ask you the questionnaires related to your hair fall, your lifestyle, your eating habits, and related to a blood test. And then either we can test the blood investigation by the during the initial AI hair assessment or later after the consultation also. And we take the video consultation for hair fall. We see your photographs from front and top, and then we can decide visually, though microscopically it's not, dermatoscopically it's not possible because it's an online portfolio. And then after video consultation we can customize the treatment, and we can check your progress of the hair fall after 6 to 8 weeks. So when we can get the hair test done, so if you're losing more than 100 strands per day for more than 4 weeks, and if you're seeing your body is tiring, your skin is dry, your nails are breaking and thinned or breaking very frequently, then you can also check for this blood test. And if you have you have seen your dietary, you have changed your diet, and you were sick, or you have lost weight in last 3 to 6 months, then also you can check for these tests. And if you have known history of PCOD, thyroid, and family history of baldness also, so then also you can check for the these parameters. Next. So these are the dietary and some lifestyle advices, which is like take 3 heavy meals with protein, and take morning walk 15 minutes at least, and sleep for 7 to 8 hours a day, which is responsible for reducing the stress and the stress hormones. Next. So we are open for the question answer. I'll check my camera why it is not.
So I think that the participants I have given them access to the chat. So if anyone has any questions for Dr. Sonia, please put into the chat. The chat is available for everyone.
We'll wait for a minute for questions to come in, and then we also have a set of questions that were emailed by a few of the participants to us, and then we can go ahead with those questions. So if anyone has any question, please put it on chat, and Dr. Sonia ma'am will answer your questions. We have a few people who are raising their hand. Shall we take the question directly?
So we have few questions also in Q&A. In the meanwhile, let me just figure out if I can, unmute everyone, because then it may just turn out to be a little chaotic, no?
Okay, so we can just ask people who are raising their hands to put their questions on chat, and we'll
Sure. Yes, I think that is the best option.
So Rajiv, Balaji, and there are a few more people who are raising their hands. Can you please put your questions in the chat box? Come on. Okay. Can we start the Q&A meanwhile?
Yeah, I think we should go ahead with the Q&A.
So Sonia ma'am, I'm starting with the question. Someone has asked that the hair volume is good, and they wash it twice or thrice a week, and they doesn't oil their hair. But however, the dandruff is persistent, and the flakes have decreased after taking spa treatment, but still there. So the question is that what can be done to ensure that the dandruff doesn't reoccur or is gone completely?
If patient is having dandruff, then we tell them to wash alternate days with the anti-dandruff shampoo, and especially keep the anti-dandruff shampoo for 5 minutes to make it work.
Okay. And are these medicated shampoo, or is this the ones that are available
No,
on?
no, medicated ones are always good. They are really result oriented. But some of the OTC brands are also there from the L'Oreal's, which L'Oreal's and the Sebamed, which they claim they are anti-dandruff, so they also work.
Okay. And we have a question where some, a participant has asked that, are there any solution for dry hair? What do you recommend to user who come to you with dry
So
hair?
you should use a milder shampoo, which is a pH balanced and sulfate free, paraben free. After the washing hair with the mild shampoo, put the conditioner for 2 to 5 minutes. And after conditioning and drying, towel drying the hairs, you should put the serums. So they are leave-on serums, like you should leave it on the cuticle to make it work.
And is there any frequency that you recommend for people who apply their hair, onto their hair? So how many times should it be applied?
Serums can be applied daily because they are very, like you can say, water based. So they evaporate from your hairs very fast. So if you have applied in morning, you can repeat it on the cuticles at night when if you are going to parties.
Okay.
Or next day also you can reapply.
Okay. And about the oil application to scalp, how frequently should that be done in a week?
So it's not about the frequency. You can always do oiling just 1 hour before the shampoo.
Okay.
So it's about your, it's according to your time, you just see. If you can do oiling 1 hour before shampoo, then it's fine.
Okay. And Sumant has asked the effect of hard water on hair.
Yes, because high content of metals, heavy metals in your water may cause the brittleness and may reduces the cleaning, like increases the chances that you may develop dandruff because the cleaning property of the hard water are not good. So because of increasing dandruff and brittleness, you may see the increased shedding and the breakage.
Okay. And any suggestion for shampoo or hair oil for hair loss?
Mm, some of the medicated ones are there, but if you want to ask OTCs, so Sebamed promote shampoo which is anti-hair fall, so they may work. But first of all, shampoos doesn't work very well. Like they are marketing gimmick, according to me. They may be helpful along with the other treatments, but you should not just rely on the shampoos, anti-hair fall shampoos.
And does consuming whey protein and creatine cause hair loss?
Whey protein will not cause hair fall because it is just a protein. So I restrict whey protein intake 1 scoop a day. That is safe. But like more than 1 scoop a day will not cause hair fall, but it's not in general healthy. And creatinine has reports of increased hair fall because it increases the DHT and that and aggravate the androgenic genetic alopecia and the baldness.
Okay. And we have does derma rollers work? So I'm not reading out the names. I'm directly asking questions. So someone has asked that is there results one can see after using derma rollers?
Derma roller can be done if it is done properly once a week when you are using minoxidil because it increases the absorption of minoxidil and it improves the hair density.
Okay. And
But it has to be done very carefully because some may develop infection and some may increase the hair fall with the derma roller uses. So there is a proper method we teach our patient to do, how to do, and they are really benefited with this.
okay. And someone has asked that they have a family history of baldness. Is there any solution to stop that?
Yes, DHT blocker is the only solution which improves the results and like prevent the baldness.
Okay. And Can shampoo lead to hair loss?
Yes, some of the shampoo may lead to hair fall.
And how do you identify that the shampoos is
Yeah, you start using and you see the bunches of hairs are coming.
okay, okay. And
Hmm.
do you suggest daily hair wash?
A daily hair wash can be done, but with the milder shampoo, not with the harsh ones.
Okay.
And ensure you're using conditioner and leave-on serums after the every wash.
Okay. And any someone is we have a question where the person is saying heavy shedding for almost a year. They're consuming multivitamin for last 3 months, and yet they've not seen the result hair for
So
any improvement.
multivitamins alone will not work. You should find out the cause first. What is the cause of your hair fall and shedding? So irrationally don't take hair vitamins. First, get it checked. What mean, because hair vitamins supplements will just take care of your daily requirement of multivitamins and minerals. But if you have the gross deficiencies, then it has to be supplemented extra additionally.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And any if people have oily scalp, do you recommend them to apply oil, or shall they
No,
not?
no. If oil is already coming from your skin, then why to put extra oil externally?
Okay. And can minoxidil be used on beard?
Yes, it can be used, but just check out the alcohol content of the minoxidil lotion, because on face, if you will apply alcohol-based minoxidil, then it may cause irritation and itching.
So should one be picking? Should one should choose water-based
No,
minoxidil?
no, water based नहीं आता है, alcohol free आता है, और some cytosomal minoxidils are also available nowadays, and foam based are also there.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
And what are the food that you would recommend if people are vegetarians to fix their,
Just take care of curd, milk, paneer, sprouts or dal or any legumes. And if you are taking whey, then 1 scoop a day is good. And soya, see, soya सबको suit नहीं करता है, but soya are the wonderful products for the protein. Like many of the veg-based hair vitamins have the soya extract
Okay.
as a source of protein.
Okay, we'll take last 5, 6 questions. Someone has asked that they are seeing hair fall for the last 3, 4 months, have dandruff issue and excess sebum production, also experiencing hair thinning for over a year, wash their hair every third day, and they've done CBC test. It does not show any deficiency. So, what could be done to fix the hair fall? And
Only CBC, see,
yes.
only CBC will not be sufficient. You should check all the other parameters which may be responsible for your hair fall. But if the parameters like the nutritional parameters are okay, then cause of hair fall may be dandruff. So you should check. You should take the treatment for the dandruff, because dandruff should not be there if you are targeting hair thinning and hair growth.
Okay, okay. And someone mentioned that they have dandruff and itching, and whenever they take medication, it is in control, but reoccurs after every 2 months. So, is there a permanent cure for dandruff and
No, no. If see, dandruff, having dandruff is a tendency of your skin. Your skin is oily, so this is the quality of your skin. That is oily skin. If it is making more sebum, then sebum will produce sebum will cause the dandruff. So the developing dandruff is a like quality, or you can say a nature of your skin. So dandruff will not be or this cannot be changed. You can control your dandruff with the medication, and you can use it for very long time. They are safe to use for long time.
okay. And what can be done to decrease graying of hair?
Decrease graying. First of all, you should know what are the causes of graying. So first of all, you should know what is pathological graying and what is the physiological. Pathological means you should alarm and you should know it should not be done at this age. So the 25 year of age is the criteria. If you are developing graying before that, then you should check for the causes and get it rectified. And after 25, it is according to age. Like in Asians, it is a age criteria. After that, after 25 years of age, you can see a few gray hairs. So that is considered normal. So you can check for the genetic history. You should check for the blood test for these parameters. And again, the pollution that may cause oxidative stress and stress per se, like any physical or mental stress going on in your personal or professional life, that may cause the stress.
Okay.
That may cause the graying.
And can we revert graying?
Yes, if these parameters are targeted.
Okay. Okay. And does 5% minoxidil work or work well for male pattern baldness? We have a
Yeah, they are sufficient enough.
okay. Okay. So, just reading if I've missed any. We have a question where someone has asked that what can be done for the postpartum hair regain?
Postpartum hair fall is there, but if it is persisting more than 3 to 4 months, then you should seek for the treatment. So for gaining the hairs, you can just focus on supplements because they may regain your hairs.
Okay.
And some of the non-minoxidil serums are also available, but not minoxidil, because minoxidil is not indicated during breastfeeding. So some of the non-minoxidil serums work.
Okay. And can micro needling show similar results as PRP?
Both are the mechanisms are different. In PRP, we are injecting the growth factors, and in microneedling, we are inducing the growth factors. So the results may be same or there may be some differences, but if we combine both of the procedure, then this is a better.
Okay. And if somebody is experiencing sudden hair fall, can it be due to water or and does replacing water, mineral water, replacing it with mineral water
No,
will
no, no.
help?
Mineral waters are not indicated for washing. RO water, that is reverse osmotic water is good for the washing.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And is female pattern baldness, can one reverse female pattern baldness?
If it is in the initial grades like 1 or 2, then your center partition can be reversed. But the later on like 3, 4, 5 will just maintain the volume with the treatment. It will not reverse.
Okay. And how effective is PRP or GFC, and which one is better?
Both are different, like both are almost same, but the quality of GFC is better than PRP.
Okay. And yeah, I think we've covered most of the questions. There are certain questions wherein requires a personalized consultation, so we would not be able to take those questions here. You can reach out to us. IMT team will help you, reach out to the DermaQ team. And we'll wait for 1 or 2 more questions and then we can wrap up the session.
Sure, yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Sonali, I believe 3 people have raised their hand.
Yeah. You will have to unmute somebody.
I can. You can pick someone, and I will unmute them.
Yeah, I've picked Nitin. Nitin, you can ask your question.
Nitin, I have allowed you to talk.
Hello. Hello. I'm audible.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
So, like premature hair whitening, what can be the reasons and how it can be stopped?
I just mentioned, Nitin, about the premature graying before the age of 25 years. So it may be genetic, it may be nutritional, it may be related to pollution that may cause increased reactive oxygen species in your body. And fourth, it may be stress related. Stress may be in the form of physical. If you are ill, you were ill for a very long time, or it can be mental, which is causing the sleep disturbances. So these are the main causes for graying. So it can be reversed with the targeted approach. Like you can first of all see what are the causes behind it, and you can target them. If it is genetic, then it is difficult to target.
And we have a question on the chat. Someone has asked, what is better, minoxidil or Redensil?
Obviously, minoxidil.
And
There
any
are studies with the RPC, like the Redensil, Procapil, and Capexil combination, showing the similar result than as compared to minoxidil, but that study were very old and that were sponsored studies.
I think we've covered all the question, Riddhi.
Yeah, Sharon here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've covered all the questions. Some questions are repetitive in nature.
right.
Yeah.
So I hope that all our participants have got a lot of input from today's session, and like we've some of the questions are can be taken, so you guys can connect with us, so we can help you further on the test or whatever that is.
Okay.
So we can take it up like that.
Just want to add a line here. I saw a lot of questions asking around that, I'm facing hair fall, taking supplements or shampoos. As Dr. Sonia mentioned, that it is due to a lot of, there are multiple nutritional deficiencies one can have, and hormonal imbalance. So you can look at the DermaQ blood test. We cover 48 markers for hair fall, and that will help you identify what is causing you, what is the root cause of your hair fall, and based on that, your treatment is built. And if there are any questions, you can write to us. Somebody from the team has already shared the link on chat box.
How can we connect to you? Like, can we connect through Bridge or any?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
connect with the team. I mean, you already have the email, right?
Sure.
I think we closed the call, right? So, do you want to add a point here? Anything here?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Are we closing the call?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think we have answered most of the questions, and yeah, I think it was a great session. Thank you, Dr. Sonia, for all the inputs,
You're welcome.
and thank you to DermaQ team.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And, thank you so much, Dr. Sonia ma'am, for giving your valuable time and taking so many questions and making us aware of what is, we keep using multiple products before even realizing what is causing us root cause. So thank you for conducting a very insightful session. And thank you so much, IMT team, for facilitating this.
Yes, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.